I talk about this a lot, and I think there's hugely important implications around the way that we think of performance and I would say performative acts. And since 2020, yes, Jill, hi, you know this. Performativity is, I think, one of our only like lifeboats out of if we really want change and
Interesting.
transformation, we have to understand there is power in performativity, in the practice of like speech act theory, but also social constructivism, how to constitute a being through the doing. From this lineage, I'm relying heavily on what I learned way back in the day, actually from David Dean, when
Yeah,
he
yeah.
introduced us to Judith Butler and performative acts. Like, this is the root of
Yep,
it,
yep,
of the stylized repetition of acts. And the reason why
yep.
I think what I'm doing is actually more performative than performing, because the performative nature of doing it into being is the practice.
That's
And
it.
sometimes that happens only in these little like micro moments or subtle decisions or these tiny little choices where we have an opportunity, still overwhelmingly conditioned by the realities that we're in, the structures, the systems, the meaning, everything that we exist in. If you think of all of that being so sedimented and pretty like hard, concrete material reality, how do we change that? It's through these tiny little like glimpses of being able to do something just slightly different from the habituated acts that have created all of this. And so the performativity for me is this like tiny little pop or burst or opening of where freedom and agency can actually be exercised, if you will, in order to create something different or become someone new and different from who we have been. And so it's the doing is the being, or the being comes through the doing itself. So that's why it's just like it's hitting a little bit weird to keep saying performing, because I don't want it to sound like a performance, but it is inherently informed by this understanding of performativity being where we actually have space for agency and true transformative change, I think.